Trey, can you just, I guess, speak to the feeling right now and all of that stuff? I know you guys put a lot into the season, all that stuff. Nobody wanted the season to end, but just can you kind of put it into words right now?
Yeah, I can't even put it into words right now. Honestly, I always say it. I believed in this team more than anybody, and I understood that it wasn't about me. My only goal, and everything I ever wanted, for this team is to get the same experience I got my freshman year. You know what I mean? And that's all I wanted going into this game. And, you could blame whoever you want to, but uh, at the end of the day, we just some shots didn't fall for us. The ball didn't bounce our way, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Just
Obviously, we want to learn from this and kind of remember this feeling. Remember this feeling and get better next year.
just
That's about it.
why was it so difficult to get the offense going in the first half there, especially in the post?
They were sinking in. We watched a lot about the defense, and uh, they were sinking in, trying to triple team me. Guys were cutting a little slow today, and my passing was kind of off. And it was just a lot. I think it was everybody was just more so anxious. We knew what we were doing. It was just everybody was waiting on the game. It had been basically a whole week before, waiting, leading up to this game. So I think everybody was just anxious to play this game, and we kind of didn't get our nerves out, and it showed in the game. We had some simple switches on defense, simple communication things. We couldn't step off. We were playing basketball by half court. Just little things like that. Disrupts our offense. And, we know what we got to do to win. But obviously, like I said, we want to remember this and never feel like this again.
Right. I know you haven't had all that much time to process it, but how will you remember this season? Obviously, it didn't end the way you wanted it to, but you did a lot of positive stuff before that. How will you kind of put those things side by side, and how will you kind of view this season?
Um, Obviously, it was heartbreaking. To kind of go through that and kind of see those guys crying in the locker room, man, it broke me down. I didn't know how to feel, and like I said, all I ever wanted was for those guys to get the experience I did, and obviously, you just look past it because you believe in your team so much, and you care so much. It's easy. It's kind of easy to not so much look past it, but take it in and kind of learn from it. So I think we're going to be a really good group next year. A lot of people didn't believe in us. A lot of people didn't think we should have even made it this far. So for us to kind of show those people otherwise and make it this far, it shows a lot about our team. Um, you know, Being young has nothing to do with it. We
Right.
had some young guys, but the maturity level was out of this world. So
Right. Just a kind of a standard operating procedure question we always ask in situations like this. Just you do intend to be back next year, right?
I do intend to be back. Yeah, that's my plan. But I'm not really trying to jump the gate or anything right now. I'm just trying to kind of see how things play out, and obviously just get to work as soon as possible.
And then just the last thing from me, I did see you and I think Mason coming off the floor. Is that sadness? Is that anger? Is that frustration? Just kind of the emotions that hit you in a moment like that?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Just I saw you and Mason coming off the floor. Seemed like you were pretty emotional. Is that sadness in a situation like that? Is that anger? Is that frustration? What's kind of hitting you in that moment?
All of the above. Of course, the sadness. We all know that we should have won that game, and obviously, like I said, just shots didn't go our way, and shots didn't fall for us when we needed them to. They hit more shots than us, threes at that. So um, obviously, it's going to be emotional. Guys care. guys just walking on the floor, I'd be concerned. So, I walked back in the locker room, and like I said, guys were tearing up. And I'm not saying they have to cry, but, showing that emotion lets people know that, they care. So, of course, it's going to be emotional. You don't want to be make it this far and get out the first round. So
I'm good. Thank you, Trevion.
Carmen?
Trey, one quick one if you have time. I appreciate it.
Go ahead, Charlie.
Thank you. And I'm going to use this for TV if you wouldn't mind just centering it a little. Thanks a million. What was your vision coming into the tournament? I know it was such a unique week coming in. Where did you see this team ultimately going, Trey?
I don't want to, Coach talked a lot about this, kind of going in. As soon as we got here to Indy, he talked about jumping the gate and talking about, if we win this game, we play this team. And, our mindset coming into this tournament was to take it one game at a time and focus on one opponent. And, my ultimate goal was, I have a huge understanding that it's not about me. My only goal coming into this tournament was to, get the younger guys to experience what I got to experience when I was a freshman. So, I wanted this really bad for those guys, and it kind of broke my heart to kind of see them tearing up and stuff like that. But, all you can do is pretty much learn from it. Remember this feeling, and just make sure that we don't have to ever feel like this again. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
Carm? Anything else for Trey?
I don't think you guys can hear Mike.
No, we can't. Can't hear him. Says he's on mute.
Increasing the expectations going into next
Yeah.
year.
Hey, Trey, on behalf of Mike, how do you guys embrace the expectations you guys will have next year? Obviously, people are going to expect an awful lot from you, being that you have so much coming back from the team that had a really good season this year. Just how do you kind of view that going into the offseason?
Obviously, we want to look at all the positives. Coming away from this tournament, we want to take all the positives and kind of roll with it. But obviously, our mindset is to get to work. Those summer workouts come and whatever the case may be, open gym, team workouts. We want to take it seriously. Because we know now that we know guys have been through it. We want to take it seriously, and everything is going to matter leading back up to this point next year. So.
Thank you, Trey.